The defense is the question, and through 1 week, they were amazing, but they're the Cardinals. They're just the Cardinals, so I'm reserving judgment. But so far, pleasantly surprised at what the defense was able to do in week 1. I expect the offense to be pretty good every single week. Pretty darn good. Now, maybe you play at Jacksonville and you're going to struggle because that's an amazing defense. But generally speaking, that offense is going to be good.
They'll never have a game that Arizona had.
Right. The defense, though, if they don't get a pass rush going, that defense is going to struggle.
All right, well,
okay,
they can figure
big
something
time.
out.
But that may have just been scheme. That may have just been sort of by design. I'll hold back and reserve judgment. But that offense, the only caveat is I didn't think AP would be as dominant, but it didn't even matter. I thought even with Pirine and Kelly and Thompson that they'd still move the chains. It just happened to be more of a rushing attack than we expected.
I do think most people are waiting to see.
They're good on offense.
Because last year they started off 2-1.
Yeah.
Last year they had wins against the Rams, who were good. Now, maybe we didn't know that at the time. And the Raiders, who were supposed to be good.
Now, they're not the greatest show on turf on offense. It's not like they have Marshall Faulk and Kurt Warner and all these, was it Holt and all those guys?
Yep.
But they're going to move the chains.
They're effective.
They're going to
what
move the
they
chains efficiently, and they're going to sustain drives, and they're going to be pretty darn good.
I'm not
on
willing,
offense.
I'm not willing to go to the point of, they're a 10-win team after 1 week.
No, they still have what
I still
think
think
is
they're an 8-8 team. But,
difficult opponents.
But it kind of, winning that game was huge because now you get the Colts at home. We'll see what happens with the weather. But they should beat the Colts. They should beat the Colts, but it's going to be more difficult. It's going to be a lot more difficult. I would agree. And then if Rodgers doesn't play, then you have to beat the Packers.
You're heavily favored in that
if
game.
They have only one sack, which is what I believe they had.
I think they technically had 2.
Did they?
Yes, because he had the Ryan Anderson and then Ioannidis.
Ioannidis with the strip sack fumble.
They got to put pressure on Luck.
If they have only 2 sacks against Luck, I don't even think that's enough because they didn't even get that many pressures. So if they pressure
you have to put
Luck
pressure on him.
as little as they pressured Bradford, I actually believe we'll lose.
I think they're going to dial up the pressure on Luck because there's no real running threat from Indianapolis.
I think that if the weather's okay, I think they should move the ball whenever they want.
I think we'll score, but I think they will move the ball pretty effectively too.
So you're going to pick the Colts?
No, I'm taking the Redskins, but I'm saying if it turns out at the end of the day they didn't pressure Luck, they got no pressure on them, they'll lose. But
let's assume they're going to pressure them
I assume
better
they will.
than they have pressured
We got a
Bradford.
track record, Ryan Kerrigan. We know what he does every year. That was just
Eric.
Yeah.
You said they're going to start 2-0 and then go 5-11. Did that week 1?
6-10. I changed it to 6-10.
Did week 1 change your outlook?
Well, I'll tell you what's changed my outlook. If Aaron Rodgers isn't playing in week 3, that is a massive gift.
It's a bonus dub.
You can't even imagine what a gift that is. Huge gift. If they start out 2-0 and then they have an opportunity to play an Aaron Rodgers-less Packers, now I'll reevaluate my sort of take on the season.
Then you're especially salty that the bye comes in week 4 because you just want to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, it's a little
But
early.
nothing you can do about that.
Seems like we always have the really, really early buys.
But you always have to reevaluate, and we do because injuries do come up.
Yeah,
and
if
some
injuries
top
happen, it
teams
could fall apart.
Some top teams end up being terrible, and some terrible teams rise up.
I just never imagined a scenario where Aaron Rodgers wouldn't be there in week 3.
Yeah.
And
although he missed half
still,
the season last year.
I just didn't think it would happen.
Yeah.
Still maybe, but even if he does play, he's not going to be 100%.
If he plays, we're going to lose. I'll almost guarantee it.
We'll see.
All right, let's go to the phones.
Well, you said that last year or whenever they played him 2 years ago?
Every time you play Aaron Rodgers, I would bet on Aaron Rodgers. Every single time. And I'll lose some of those bets, but I'll always bet on him. All right, let's go to Chris in Landover. Chris!
I think that we're going to be better than many people. It's dictated by the schedule. We do have a murderer's row quarterbacks that we have to face.
Yep.
However, if we're healthy and that front defensive line and offensive line stay healthy, I believe we could be a top 5 rushing team in this league. And I think that with that defensive line in place, if they can start getting some pressure, we could really be a problem for some teams.
I hope you're right, brother. I hope you're right. This last week was a great litmus test for this football team. This is going to be another one. And what I'm going to be watching is, are we going to get more pressure?
But you get it against a softer opponent, which I think this one's basically on a silver platter for the Redskins. Indy can't run the ball.
You don't have a game plan against the running back.
You zero in on Andrew Luck.
Right.
You tighten the screws, with the corners.
Luck is better than Bradford.
True. I just think the Redskins. What's the number on this game?
Oh, I haven't seen a number yet. I haven't seen the week 2.
It's got to be like 5.5 or 6 for the Skins, I would guess.
Let me look that up for you.
All right, let's go to the phones. Let's go to Mike in Gaithersburg. Mike, what's up, buddy?
Hey guys,
Hey,
my first call in, man.
What's up?
Anyway, I think that the key is the offensive, the 2 tackles that I saw pulling out there and doing damage. And a couple times Adrian Peterson, instead of following him through the hole, took a dive into the line. And once he gets the feel that he's got 2 animals coming out there just burying people, he'll get behind that instead of trying to cut it up. And my take is they're going to be pretty good, but, not the top of the food chain.